There's one person in the chat. You want to put a comment and see if it shows up. If the person who's watching this has said in comments, I can't see them. I'm using this on PlayStation, which is a bit strange. I've never used this before, not the chat section anyway.
New record!
I'll just crack on with Knuckles' story, since Knuckles is the name of the moment. I found the button. This is the way. Oh shit, I'm gonna drown. There we go. Oh shit. No pressure at all. Apologies, just 1 minute. I'm gonna try and sort something out here. That seems to be. Here we are, I'm back. Greetings, Chowder Ranger. Thanks for the comment, that means I can see for sure that I get comments on this now. Way hey! That's a gun, brother. Does this boat show the way, brother? You know, brother, once you get your Xbox One X, you need to get this game on it, brother. It's so good, you get to play as Ugandan Knuckles, brother. Can you hear me, Chowder? I'll consider it, brother. Yeah, that's good. That confirms that you can hear me okay. I'm in the bubble, brother. These fans know the way. This boat takes me the way. easier to broadcast this on the PlayStation than it is on PC. Like, I'm able to do it on PC, but whenever I do use it, I always get the blue screen of death for some reason. OBS vaporizes my computer. So I think I'll stick to console gameplay for broadcast. Yeah, it was actually a massive Sonic fan, probably a Sonic autist you could say, who actually developed this game, and he made it exactly like the old games, pixely as well. Oh, I don't remember this boss fight, but I was playing as Sonic the last time. I'm super knuckles Bruddah. But yeah, if you like the old Sonic games from the Mega Drive days, then you'll definitely like this. They should just make every Sonic game in the future like this. Oh dear. Never really played the old Sonics. Oh well, that's fair enough. It's not for everyone. I was Sonic crazy as a child. I was like Sonic daft. So that's why I'm still so good at it after all these years. The skills have never left me. No, that's not the way. No, that's definitely not the way. They were Sonic manic, you could say so. It was an obsession when I was a child. And then football took over as I got older. And I've still played some of the 3D Sonic games, but they're not really as good, apart from the Dreamcast ones. Adventure 1 and 2 were good. But yeah, the reason I'm playing tonight is just because of the whole meme and, you know, the Ugandan Knuckles meme and all the, you know, usual suspects. White middle class socialists I may add that are getting all upset about it. Nothing like a privileged, white, guilt-driven, upper-class prick to get offended on everyone's behalf. That is so racist. getting offended on other people's behalf, they really need to check their privilege. Well, they kind of do, but they don't do it in a healthy way. They do it in a way as if to say, oh, I'm so terrible for having such a comfortable lifestyle here in the West. But the thing is, as much as they hate themselves for having that privilege, they will never give up that privilege. Don't forget that. They're not going to live in a shithole. Whenever these people go to shitholes, it's usually for like what you could call humanitarian work, but it's always temporary. I mean, if you were to go to a poor country and live for like, say, a month, you've got the knowledge that you're going back to your cosy house. It might help you appreciate it more, but the only way you can truly understand what it's like to live in shit circumstances is to make that your existence every day. Activate the bombs. That's the way. Oh shit. I think it's inevitable I'm gonna die this time now. Oh, missed. Firing blanks. Oh shit. Thing is, I could have activated Super Knuckles before that and I would have been fine. Damn, that looks tricky. Yeah, to be fair, the boss fights are a lot harder on this, a lot more creative. You've got all the Chaos Emeralds and you can turn into Super Sonic or Super Knuckles and they turn easy, except for this one. That'll be it. The guy that did this game we're talking about. Christian Whitehead. He's made a few like remasters. He remastered the original Sonic game for iOS. That's quite cool. Although it's not comfortable to play compared to the proper controller. I don't think he did it on his own, he had a team, but he obviously spearheaded them and got Sega's permission to publish it. Just good of them, they're stuck with the usual shite that Sonic is nowadays, to be fair. Because Knuckles can't jump that high, that's fine. So yeah, there's no way for me to avoid that. Not as Knuckles. And just like that, I've done it. probably had about 5 different viewers on the stream, but none of them are stuck around. Oh. Right, this level wasn't here in the Sonic playthrough, so this is an entirely new level to me. Oh, excuse me. Fuck. Right into a pitfall. That is not the way. You do better next time. Only rats abandon a sinking ship. What do you mean by that? I've probably totally forgotten about what we were talking about there. Oh shit, bonus stage. Get the blue spheres. You can't touch the red ones though. Every time you touch a red one in this little mini game, they turn red. It's quite a good symbolism, isn't it? You touch the blue ones and they turn red. You're red killing the ones that are blue killed. And red killing the fuck out of these ones. This might look easy, but this is a lot harder than it looks. Because you can't stop running, and you get faster like every 30 odd seconds or so. Yeah, it's not easy, it's getting a lot faster, and I've missed some range out, I've no idea where to look. So I'm just going to have to get a silver medal instead. Oh well, at least I passed. Most of the levels in this game are actually remasters of old Sonic levels, but this is one of the new ones. Based on a level that was scrapped from Sonic CD, I believe. You could actually get one of those shields that make you magnetic to the ring, and they just come to you when you go near them. If there was such thing as a Jewish character in Sonic, they would come to you automatically. No idea how long I am until I get to the boss part. Hopefully I've got plenty of rings, plenty of spinning shekels before I get there. Oy vey. Shit. I thought I was going to die there. Well, I can't die, but I don't lose my ring. Okay, I'm just going to go Super Knuckles. Kids are lost here, so I've never played this level with Knuckles before. Oh, here we go. You know, this boss fight would probably be hard if it wasn't Super Knuckles. So I'm basically just cheating by doing that. See, that was so easy. Well, it was basically on God mode. Oh, nice. Should have taken nothing like that. Albert, your Q. I have no idea what that means, man. You're going to explain it to me. 10 schmeckles to start the level. Not bad. Bugs Bunny reference. Oh, I should know better because I love the Looney Tunes as a kid. Canyons. This doesn't look like a Uganda Knuckles territory, does it? But I've played this level of Sonic, so I do know the way now. kinda does, it's like sort of Wild West themed level. Oh, speaking of Wild West themed chowder, I've got a spare copy of Red Dead Redemption I'll give you to play on the Xbox One X. It's one of the best games ever. Honestly, you won't regret playing it. Well, I'm feeling a bit ambitious. I'll try another one of these Blue Spheres levels. Yep, I'll say it again for the other viewer in here. You can only collect blue spheres when they turn red. Kinda like most millennials when they're exposed to, you know, proper ideas, they become red pilled. Oh yeah, Red Dead Redemption is sweet. It's made by the same company that makes Grand Theft Auto, but in my opinion, Red Dead Redemption is much better than any GTA game. And I like GTA, but Red Dead Redemption is just beautiful. Great story, great setting, great gameplay. But I was in game the other day and actually bought a copy of the Game of the Year edition. And then I thought, because there's a couple of games I didn't want to part with in the bundle. Hang on a second. Oh, would like to FaceTime. I'm just going to be on pause for a minute, but I'll try and come back. Oh, sorry about that, FaceTime failed. That's my sister trying to call me from America. Anyway, back we go. Grand Theft Horse. That's not bad. Perfect, I got all the right. Now just in the last two blue spheres. But I'm kinda out of control, I'm going really fast, so I don't worry to get close to the red ones. I'm just going to ram right into it. There we go. I didn't come up with that one myself. You're looking it up online. So yeah, I'm cheating again at the boss fight. But I managed to beat the boss fights as Sonic without Super Sonic, so yeah, I've done it. Next level incoming. I've been broadcasting this for over half an hour now. Not bad. oil ocean zone. You could call it a car zone. It's like a sea of oil, that's all oil. And the funny thing is that compared to the original one from 1992, the music sounds a lot more Arabic in this, which is quite fitting. Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar. If I was monetizing this video, it would be demonetized by now. Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Dubai, minus all the fancy buildings, and that's basically what you've got. Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar. I lost my fire shield here, which I didn't think I set the oil on fire with that. That's my stupid fault. I'm not scared I threw it away. Oh well. Oh, fuck. Just gonna check quick something on the Twitter before I carry on. I'll try and hook in some more viewers from Twitter, so I'll retweet the announcement that I'm broadcasting this. Nobody's staying except for you, mate. I've had my iPhone for nearly 5 years now. I think the planned obsolescence is setting in. There we go. Oh, greetings to the new viewers. Can you guys hear the music on this? Can you hear it clearly? That was so close, that was a ball here away. Oh, no viewers left. Goodbye, Tusha. Oh, fuck off, you shit. Twice they've got me. The music sounds so good, Bruddah, it does. Do you notice how Arabian it sounds? Which is very fitting for a level called Oil Ocean. Pick up all the lobbyists, the corporate lobbyists in America, they'll be rubbing their hands like happy merchants when they see this level. The thing is, this was never like an Arabic themed level before, and it didn't even sound that Arabic. So it was quite a nice little thing that the guy that made it put in, whoever composed the music. I really do like the soundtrack. By the way, I just dodged you, did I? I didn't box you. Oh shit. See, you're putting me off now. Oh fuck. I mentioned your real name. Oh, my apologies. I'll delete the stream after, is that alright then? It's Chowder. Sorry, are you angry with me? Are you mad? I'm on your hit list now. You know what, to make things even, my real name is Gavin. There you go, I've sort of partially doxed myself. Always wear what? Oh, fire shield. Gotta collect that. Hey, you're not killing me this time, brother. These funny things, they show their way. This is quite a good theme for this stage. Poisonous gas filled up, so there's been a disaster at the oil plant. Always wear on my hit list that, right? Yeah, I can believe that. I'm burning the oil. Nice. I don't know if you remember my previous, you said using a Squelch Quid, but that sort of was a way that I sort of 1% dox myself, because that is like a very ancient form of my real name. Like Old Welsh. Do you like the flames? These flames are hotter than Uganda weather. Not weather, weather. Branches, are you the other viewer? I don't know. I've had quite a few viewers pop in and out, so... and it might come up on like the... You know, when people are searching to watch live streams on YouTube Red, or whatever. No, not Red, YouTube Gaming. Like, fuck, I choose YouTube Red. So I think people have just popped in. They've probably seen the meme that I put thinking, oh, this will be based, and then they hear me and then they think, oh, you're shite. Which is not true. Oh, fuck off. Lost my fire again. You lost your flame. You lost your flame, brother. They're shite. Yay. I've got my #1 fanboy to stick up for me. And things go to shit. I'm gonna have another shot at... basically turn blue balls into red. And don't touch red ones, otherwise you fail the level. Which again is another good symbolism. Don't take on the ones that are red pilled, otherwise you'll fail. Oh shit, missed. So close. That just... I'm on course to get all the rings. I'm going to get faster and faster and it gets even harder. See, just sped up as I was turning there. I was very nearly costing. And that's the way that you get gold medal for it. That noise is relevant to the meme. as far as I'm aware. Look at them flying seahorses. I really don't want these wee pink bastards to take my rings off me again. You suck balls. Oh, good evening to you as well, communist in space. Look at all the shekels I've got. I've not lost a single shekel yet, so that means I'm good at this. Oh, and I've got all the Chaos Emeralds, so nah. And all those little gemstones, I've never got why they'd call them Chaos Emeralds when only one of them is an emerald. Yeah, it's our good friend, it's our good house commie. The only reason I let him on these streams and interact with him because I know he's a future conservative. All communists are. I used to force to look into your future, commie, and you're definitely a conservative when you're older. Sonic is an overrated version of Mario. No, Sonic's a lot faster than Mario, obviously. I always preferred Sonic, but I like Mario as well. Did you like Sonic as a kid? Super Mario's alright. I just don't have a Nintendo to play on. I suppose I could download emulators on my computer. But yeah, I figured I'll just do my streams on the PS4 because every time I try it on OBS on the computer it crashes. That's annoying. Again, this boss level is usually much tougher, but because I'm basically on God mode, I'm basically cheating. I did it with ease, got hurt there. Doesn't matter, past the level. What's also good about streaming on the PS4 is I've got the comments at the side of the screen, so I don't need to have it. Don't need to be on the stream myself with the comments. Oh, Lava Reef, this was always one of my favourite classics on it back in the day. How long do I plan on streaming? Just until I get bored, really. If you're finished, then it's fine. You don't need to stay till the end. There's no obligation. My grandparents are die-hard Labour supporters. Both my parents are left-leaning. My blood is too red, mate. Well, I come from a sort of what you could call a Labour background as well. Well, my mum at least, she was Labour all her life until recently. And some extended family that I have, including two aunties that are, I think one of them's younger than me, they seem to be quite leftist as well. Ah, no, you don't. It's nothing to do with the blood. Chowder here, he's from a family full of blue-pilled lefties, and he's the only one. The only one that's woke. I thought you were a liberal or something. I don't know, I mean, sort of, I'm conservative in some aspects and liberal in others. I can swing left or right, it depends, or sit to centre. But I'm sort of phasing out my use of the left-right thing, even though I still call out lefties a lot. I think it should be more the authoritarian versus liberal side. Economics should just be separate. My whole family vote Green or Labour. Oh, dude, Green. That is so bad. That is so bad, brother. They pretend to care about the environment, but they use electricity every fucking night. The game is kinda loud. Yeah, the game is loud. Like sometimes when I start it up on the PS4, having played another game, like played Assassin's Creed at normal volume. I put this up and then it's loud. I can't hear your brilliance. No, there's an awful lot of sound gain on Sonic Mania. Made it very loud. You're hearing all the wee spin dashy sound effects as well. I don't want that. The only players that would want that in this level would be the Jewish players, because it makes all the rings come to them. Magnetic shekels. 3 viewers, and it's stayed at this for like a few minutes. Not too shabby. See, that's the key to getting. You need like a really good end. Did you see Andy Dick's Meltdown on Twitch? No? Might have a wee look after this. You want to talk me through the basics of it? He wasn't the guy that was that stayed live on Twitch and was watching porn after, was he? Look at me, I can stay on the bike. I'm sure going upwards is the right way. But yeah, a lot of props to Christian Whitehead and to the other guys that helped them make this game. They brought my childhood back to life. The whole new generation of gamers get to experience what we got to experience as kids. If you don't know the way down, Uganda, yeah, there actually was an Egyptian-based level in one of the old Sonic games, but it's not included in this. Maybe Sonic Mania 2 if they make it. Which you totally should, by the way. They should definitely make another Sonic Mania. I wouldn't even mind them making a Sonic, like a 2D Sonic game like this based on Sonic Adventure levels. That'd be so cool. Ideology. Like with DJ Kart. Alright. I can remember that after. But I'm going to put this to a vote. I might switch to Sonic in a minute. To use one to stay as Knuckles or go as Sonic, it's entirely your choice. Do Tails. Yeah, I've not done a Tails playthrough actually. I'm just thinking I've not completed the playthrough, but I've got all the Chaos Emeralds, so it's piss easy. I do not want that item. What I'll do is, well, Chowder, let me know what you think. But I'm going to finish part 2 of this, because it's a pretty base level, and that'll keep my save file up to date as well. I remember reading it was some Tumblrina once said that because Tails has got such a high-pitched voice, that Tails is trans. Which I call bullshit on. Cool. Oh, you're not really voting, Chowder, so one vote for Tails, I'll do that. But I'm going to start a new playthrough and maybe just do a couple of zones. As long as there's an audience here, I'll keep playing and chatting away to you guys. Richard Leona. Oh, Richard. Sorry, it said Leona, that's why I read it out. Richard Leona. Has Richard Leonard changed your views on Scottish Labour? I know it sounds stupid because I'm not Scottish, but I genuinely don't pay much attention to Scottish politics outside of bashing the SNP, because I don't really have much hope. Is he a Corbynite? If so, it will change my views, but even for the worse. I've always seen Scottish Labour as the one thing about Labour that was good, because I look at English Labour and I just cannot stand them at all. But the Scottish branch of Labour has always been the one that retained some of its original Labour values. Like it came, like I always saw Scottish Labour as acting in better faith than Labour down in England. See, this is a stream, it should be a bit knuckles and try to find the way to the end of the level. Let's turn it into another political ramble. Don't pay attention to UK politics anymore, not enough women. That'll be obviously because we've got a charlatan representing Brexit for like Theresa May. He's more leftist than Dugdale, involved with every train union, so a little bit too leftist for my liking it sounds. But when I look at some of the hate speech laws, both in Scotland and England, I was thinking earlier, this is off topic a little bit, but I'm kind of losing like hope, whether we're in the UK or whether Scotland is quote-unquote independent. I just don't see much hope. Theresa the Appeaser, she's one of them, she always was. But you know that politicians are normally supposed to be good liars, so she should be good at feigning that she supports Brexit, but no. She fought in the blacklisting campaign, which I'm afraid I don't know nothing about. It's strange, for someone who's anti-globalist, I tend to look at political through like a sort of world lens, but not with the state of having, with the intention of having a one world state. What do you guys think of Sargon's new liberalist movement, if you can call it that? Knuckles, you can go faster. So yeah, Sargon's liberalist movement, which the alt-right are having a field day over, because it is like, to a degree it is coming towards a wee bit towards collectivism, which a small bit of collectivism isn't bad, as long as it's done in moderation and it's done with the knowledge that every individual can go their own way. It was to get workers' retribution after the blacklisting of the factory. Originally had high hopes for her when she first became Prime Minister. I didn't. I mean, I thought, yeah, we'll have to give her a chance, we've got no choice, but I wanted Andrea Leadsom to. The problem is, this is controversial, and this is probably venturing slightly into alt-right waters. Oh, I'm dead. But, oh, piss off Crimson Shadow. Just joking. No, I'm not going to join a party just now. But, yeah, what was I talking about? See, concentration levels down. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, alt-right territories, yeah. The most dangerous female politicians tend to be the ones that have no children. Theresa May, Nicola Sturgeon, Angela Merkel. And if you don't have children, you don't really have a stake in the future. Your only motives will be personal gain. Leadsom did have a child, but I think she brought that up against me. But I think there's a smear campaign against her. Brexit needed to be led by a Brexiteer. And look, even if Brexit is a mess, I'll still take it over staying in Europe. that as well. Yep, it's true. I watched them, I don't know if you've seen Computing, but if you watch Computing Forever Chowder, or even Call Me If You Watch, not sure if you're into his stuff, but he done a brilliant video covering an article by one of these feminists that don't have children for, you know, for reasons of the environment. And she was basically having a dig at a whole white couple who had their 5 children. She was trying to be nice about it, but it wasn't nice at all, really. And it was in Canada, so yeah. It's strange, it's better for the environment if we have fewer children. But they won't say that to like migrants who come over. Because she also mentioned that their carbon footprint in their work countries aren't as bad. But it's because of where they live, their carbon footprint's obviously going to be worse when they move here. Okay, let's try not to die this time. I wonder if that guy that sent it in about it, maybe if he was the one that was the other viewer in this. Oh sweet, they included this level. Not bad. Another classic. Never did this for Sonic. Yeah, I'm gonna go for this. Let's purge some more blue pills, fam. Even if I was a communist, I would never forsake globalism. Good. I do not like globalism at all. Yeah, I care more about like politics all over the world. Like, often I was more caught up in what was going on down south rather than in Scotland. I don't really have much hope for Scotland. So. Scotland, England has a tad more hope, but not much. So what's your views on free speech, communist? Do you believe in censorship as well for certain opinions? Not bothered collecting. We'll see what happens. If I don't collect all the rings, then tough. Oh, this has been a pretty nice little stream. I'm not going off yet, don't worry, but yeah, when I do it on the computer, the OBS always smites the computer for some reason. I have to restart. I'll read your message in a minute, Connie. I have to really concentrate because I can't stop doing it. This is quite a challenging bonus level. Yeah, you'll quite like those white spheres. Look at them. They've got red stars on them. Little communist stars. Done. Humans are violent dumb apes. If we do not have globalism, there'll be nothing to protect you from destroying ourselves. You sound like a Templar from Assassin's Creed. Yeah, the termination of liberation. I'm just going to go down to the... I'm going to go to the toilet and then I'm going to go down for a drink of water and then I'll come up and then I'll do some Tails gameplay. Okay, hang on gents, I'll be back in a moment. He's went to go and have a tug at his prick. Damn right I was. I'm going to just send a message to that guy that invited me. But I'm not going to do it on this because I'll end up doxing myself. Yeah, I put my name in the PlayStation bio. Only I can see it, but still, if I show it on the screen then that's not very good. A little reward. Rightio. So you'd rather humanity destroy itself? Well, of course not. But then again, in a way you would destroy humanity if you were to go all authoritarian on them. You basically, the only way you could stop to get what you want is would be to turn everyone into like soulless creatures. Right, just hang fire. That'll be my Tails playthrough. I'll start with Tails. I just need to get this link for this guy. Oh, the dog's barking downstairs. I sent him a link, I don't know if it'll work for him. If it doesn't work for him then I'm not trying again. friends. Anyway, here's my Tales playthrough as per Connie's request. The only time I'll ever grant a wish of a communist. Must be united as one to ensure our survival. Imagine if we're going to get invaded by another race of beings from space that are united. Here we are, Green Hill Zone. Even you surely must know this music, Trevor. I used to always call them TVs when I was little, because I think my sisters told me they were TVs, but they're basically just items. Basically, must strive for a United Federation. A society like United Federation of Planets in Star Trek. Well, I'm not a Trekkie, but it sounds like globalism, but on a universal scale. Universalism. Is my voice better now, Chowder? Oh, fuck. I'll just don't get hit and I won't die. Right, bonus levels. These are quite fun, but this one's too easy. This is how you get the Chaos Emeralds. Even though only one of them's an emerald. Because emeralds are basically a hue of green. I bet that's good, Chowder. I'm trying to speak a bit clearer and I've put the microphone closer to my mouth. So yeah, well, when I come across those big rings and see these bonus stages, I'm just going to go in them. Five viewers, that's a peak so far. Greetings to new viewers. Ouch. Problems with diplomacy. The thing is though, see, the European Union is basically a precursor to a one-world state. And they call it diplomacy, but they make everyone who vote against them vote again. Like Ireland in the Lisbon Treaty. I'll be back in just a second, guys. I'm back. Sorry, urgent summons, but it's been resolved. Oh, close. Here's an interesting question for Communist in Space exclusively. What are your views on Islam? Do you have the same sort of alliance with Islam that other communists do? Does Islam get away with things that Christianity doesn't, in your view? I'm not trying to start an argument here, I just want to know what your views are. Fuck Islam. That's the first communist I've ever heard say that. Wow. You've digested your first red pill right there. You know, Islam is pretty much the reason why I abandoned the left when I was 18 and started what you could call a 3-year process, converting to the slightly right of centre. Are you sure you're a communist? Well, there are some reasons, like, for communists. You know, given their views, it makes sense that they wouldn't like Islam, just like they don't like Christianity. But a lot of them, I think it's to do with the fact that they see it as the brown-skinned religion, even though you don't have to be brown to be a Muslim. Don't know if you remember Chowder, that term that I coined, Islamianism, the unholy alliance between marked communist and Islamist. I will try to read your comments, but I'm more concentrating on this sort of level. This demands me to pay attention more. Supports the rebel groups that fight ISIS. Actually, it's true, the PKK, some of the fighters against ISIS are communists. That's pretty much the only time I've supported communists. We're against, well, twice. Once was against ISIS and the second was against Erdogan's Turkish regime. Yep, you're right there, Chowd. I think that's the one thing they've got in common. Whereas, to them, to Islamists, it's God is absolute, whereas the one world state is absolute to like the radical communists. Nice, I just got attacked by a ladybird. Nah, I'm definitely in favour of smaller countries and having, like, even within reason, depending on the circumstances, I would not be opposed to a lot of states in the US becoming independent in their own right. But as I said, it's a pipe dream, and it just depends on the circumstances. I mean, it's hard. I mean, I wouldn't call myself an isolationist in the North Korea mold, but at the same time I believe every single country should, like, govern itself most of all. And you could have something along the lines of an agreement to stop, you know, the wars, but everything else, like getting a single currency for multiple countries and all that shit. Centralised government and a centralised army. Something to do with Palestine. support the genocide of the Palestinians. See, the thing is, I don't believe Israel want to like genocide the Palestinians. I'll tell you the reasons why Israel appears that way, right? First of all, Hamas, the Palestinians, are happy to sacrifice their own people to make Israel look worse than they actually are. Secondly, Israel want to protect their civilians, so they've got like this Iron Dome system which intercepts missiles. It's got like a 97% interception rate, so that's good going. And another thing about the Palestinians, did you know that Jordan was part of the British mandate for Palestine? Why don't people say give Jordan back to the Palestinians? I would love to hear someone say that. I honestly believe that the Palestinian movement would not exist if Israel was another Muslim country. And I believe that the world attention wouldn't be on it as much. If it was just like Iraq and Iran just beating the shit out of each other over Sunni and Shia ideas, then it would probably be, people wouldn't take a side as much. I'm not an Israel absolutist, they do some stupid things, like, I can understand why people don't like the settlement building, but I still support their right to exist. And I also find it infuriating that some people seem to insinuate it's a far-right position to support Israel, whereas if you ask anyone in the far-right or the alt-right, they hate Israel. Open borders for Israel, that's basically a campaign by, the far-right who believe that Israel and their puppet masters, them, the chosen people, are trying to destroy the white race. But yeah, that's a topic I'd love to bring that. I might do that in a live stream one day, talk about how Jordan is part of Palestine and why doesn't Jordan have to give back their land. And also Palestinians have been treated pretty badly by other Muslim countries as well. Again, that doesn't get focused on. But I think it's just the fact that Israel is a Jewish majority country. It makes them like a convenient scapegoat. Would they choose the worst place in the planet to set up a country? Well, in hindsight, definitely, yeah. But, as a lot of Jews were like moving back there over time, I honestly don't know if there was like a plan in the works to create the state during like the first big movement, because there was quite a lot of waves of migration to the Middle East. But Bruddah, right, Jews have always been there. But it's actually Jews that created the city. So, and also there's never been like a country called Palestine. Palestine's like a region, and it was a country the same way that Siberia or Transylvania were countries. I think it's weaponized to basically just turn against the Israelis. Oh, excuse me. I just remembered that I failed that that bonus level there a minute ago. Too busy chatting. That thing's called the Phantom Ruby, which is a bit strange because it looks pink. Classic level. Well, I remember watching a video by a guy called Pat Condell, I don't know if you've heard of him, if any of you have heard of him, but he said that years ago, this was when he was more on the fence, he said that if there was justice in the world, Israel would occupy half of Germany, which is a fair point. Yeah, my good friend Chowder here, he's a Jew in waiting. Speaking of the Holy Land, when you were playing Assassin's Creed the other day, did you find the synagogue in the district? Scottish individual bought me today. Oh, that's a shame. It's a shame. I mean, I like him, I agree with most of his stuff, but he can like fly off the handle. Yeah, there's a synagogue in Jerusalem in Assassin's Creed 1. Oh, and I found one in Origins as well in Alexandria. This is before Christ. I found a great synagogue. I took a snapshot of it, meaning to send it to you, Chowder. I wasn't really looking for it now. Well, when I was playing through Jerusalem, I was like just taking in the atmosphere of like all the holy temples and all that. I definitely noticed the synagogue. I accidentally insulted him. What did you say to him? Did you like lose the plot and then just lose the rag with him? I'll look next time I play. It's in the middle district, somewhere near the city walls. Not the gate, but the walls. I don't know, I'll try and put in a word for you, because I'm going to get an Xbox at the end of the month, and I'm going to be playing with Scottish Individual and Elder Scrolls. I'll see if I can persuade them not to turn block you, but I don't know. Also, when you get your 1X Chowder, you must get Kang's, Assassin's Creed Kang. Right, I'm going to get the UFO this time, so if I ignore you guys, I'll reply momentarily. I'm going to catch the free bastard this time. I've got a misleading title for this now, because I'm basically advertising Uganda Knuckles. The whole idea was it was going to be Knuckles gameplay only. If I fail this, I might just go into do like time attack or something. Knuckles. It's kind of a right wing SJW. Do you want me to say that you called him a right wing SJW, or would you rather I not? I mean, I really do like Scottish Individual, but I do think he can be a bit like emotionally charged with his opinions. But then again, from what he said, it does sound like he's got a lot of shit going on where he lives, so it'd be easy to see that. But I do think trying to be rational is a prerequisite for political debate. Such an idealist. It's quite funny watching some of his feuds on Twitter with like random people. I'll admit. He's quite friendly with Irish people, isn't he, Scottish Individual? He said in his Elder Scrolls group for the Xbox One that there's an Irish guy he doesn't get on with. Honestly, if I'm in the party with them at the same time, it'll be so funny. It's too short for Twitter feuds. I've had Twitter feuds as well, but I can see why like a lot of people are like abandoning it. I mean, if you're going to have a debate with someone, Twitter is the worst place because you can't get your points across really. I know they've expanded the character limit, but I just don't think he doesn't like my dry sense of humour. I think so. I think that's a good point as well. I think Scottish Individuals, I get that you and perhaps Reticent Bob, I don't know if he is a leftist, but he does like disagree, but at the same time he can like have a laugh with you over it. But I think Scottish Individuals like basically goes to war every time he's on Twitter. shit, no, I'm not getting touched by that. You bastard. It's kind of like how Tailed Feature and some of the others always give you pelters on the live chat, but it doesn't seem to bother you that much. You take it on the chin quite well. Every time we censor you, that's all the time that I'm like, yeah, let's do some censorship. Let's do some Google and let's do some Richard Branson. I'll probably go and have a look at the tweets later. I mean, I've never blocked anyone. I think... Actually, I've blocked someone. I think it was someone who will never notice me. It was like, was it Jack or someone? I'm not sure. It's much more constructive to debate through talking, that is 100% true. I often find that face to face because like earlier in the year I was volunteering at a charity and I was talking to a 16-year-old girl, really intelligent but sort of with the Kool-Aid, and I was sort of making Milo Yiannopoulos' arguments but minus the cheeky bastardness, if that makes sense. And she sort of took on board the points when I presented them across respectfully. On the bot sex bots, yeah, they're quite annoying. I remember when I first joined Twitter, I got like followed by about 8 at once. I think talking about Twitter's feeds the other day, I did post a meme like me on Twitter like years ago compared to today, and I just put a picture of the Crusader. That's mostly just for the kegs. But I won't pretend I've not had my arguments with people. But I think Sargon like summed it up nicely. He said it's like being in the trenches, like we've been on Twitter. And it is, I mean, Twitter's it's all about like gotcha moments, like when it comes to debates. Like as much as I dislike communism, rather than just dismiss our communists, I'd rather try and understand why they have that viewpoint and make them, believe in that. I mean, pretty much 99.9%, and that's just an approximate estimation, but that's how much debates will result in nobody having their minds changed. It's very rare that people can do pretty well. We've got like 60 followers, yeah. Not bad, man. We got to 60 followers a lot quicker than I did, but I used my Twitter handle, the same account, mainly just for my personal reasons, and had work colleagues and real life friends on it. Some of them still followed me, but a lot of like ex-work colleagues unfollowed me during the Donald Trump election campaign. Because they just couldn't stand basically all the Trump memes I was posting. And some of them took on my troll, which is sort of half true. I've had at least three beers for almost half an hour now. Not too bad. Quite pleased with how that's going. My philosophy is be friends with the righties, kill them on the battlefield when the revolutions come. Does that include me? When you stare down the barrel of your gun, are you just going to shoot me in cold water during the big war? Like the term like right is like so lefty right is so vague because I'm not with the alt-right. Although I can understand some of their grievances, I don't agree to their solutions. Like one of my major views when it comes to like, say Western chauvinism, I've always said like, a black guy who's patriotic and pro-West and red-pilled is much more of value than a white guy who's like a beta boy. Well, if you oppose the revolution, sorry, the society is more important. The greater good. Yes, the greater good. What could come to that? Actually, there's a good little moral conundrum we could talk about. Like, it's not going to be political, but it's something that I've thought about and tried to discuss with people before. If you were in a situation where you had to kill, do you think you'd be filled with guilt for the rest of your life? And I don't want to scare anyone, but probably no for me. And bearing in mind that this would be if someone was going to kill me, or if some jihadi was going to blow up a bus and I could shoot him before he does it. Just hypothetical. I wouldn't feel too regretful about it. I wouldn't feel happy about it that it had to happen. I wouldn't feel happy that his life had been turned upside down. But if I had to do it to save myself and to save others, then I totally would have no problem doing it. On the other hand, if I was driving a car and I accidentally ran over a little girl that ran across the road and I never saw her, even though that would be an accident, I would be full of regret and remorse for that. So, this goes, but ideally, I mean, my ideal life would be a return to not giving a shit about politics. But you can't really. A lot of the time I find that like, I go off Twitter to avoid like political rambling, and then somebody says something stupid or something stupid happens and then I'm sort of jumping right back into it. I don't think you're evil, I just think you're on the wrong side of history. I fucking hate that saying. I'm not going to tell you not to say it, say what you want, but people who say that they're on the right side of history are often on the wrong side of history. You're nice and feel one mind on the killing issue. Yeah. So, yeah, to the other viewer who's listening, I'm sorry about that little dark chat if it scared you. But, nah, it is a moral dilemma. So, yeah, since you guys are still watching, I'll keep the stream going for now, but I'll maybe play some different levels now. I think I'm going to go back to the Uganda King. So I'll be ready to try my
Knuckles!
Right, let's try this level. I think most communists believe it to be the cause of ideology. Like, communism sounds attractive in theory, but it just cannot be done. And the thing is, communists are really anarcho-fascists that don't believe in a hierarchy, a hierarchy that takes place as human nature. I often play this level over and over just for the music. Fresh Prince of Uganda. Speak up. Can you hear me? You were actually going to ask a Scottish individual in the stream before you bought me. You know you should still do that, if you'll agree to it. I mean, it's up to you. I could like message him and say, hey, what's the stream with you? Doesn't have to be tonight, it could be another night. In fact, I was actually thinking when I saw individual arguing with Breakfast and Bomb, because I was tagged in it, and I just did not have the mental strength to be bothered taking part, but I did think to myself, maybe they should just have a debate and I'll like moderate it. So I could maybe moderate a stream between you and individual, if you want. And then obviously if you want, but we'll see what happens. Nice. If you can arrange it, sure. I'll talk to him, but not tonight though. And I'll try to moderate it, and I'll try to cut out all the any name calling or lack of coherent arguments. But yeah, I mean, I will agree if someone asks my view, but it's not going to be me taking part. Fucking moo! Subtailed feature. There's a possibility of a live stream, a challenge between Communist in Space and Scottish Individual, and I might be moderating it. Or maybe you could moderate it, you get more viewers that way, because you've got a larger audience than I have. Yeah, I made a video on Scottish Individual on Twitter as well. I'll have a link to Twitter on you. Oh, you made a video about it? Yeah, Connie was telling me about how they had something up a spat in Individual blocked him. And in his view, he's a right-wing HCW, which I can sort of understand where he's coming from. But, yeah. The question for you, Communist in Space, and sorry if I've forgotten if we've talked about this before, but what is your view on Scottish independence? My Twitter handle is
New record!
at Dr. Ezekiel, but if you're still following me, you'll find me. I think I'm called something like the Way of the World. As part of the Ugandan Knuckles meme. 6 viewers have peaked. I wonder if you've sent a link on Twitter Tailed and you're pulling in a wee audience for me. But yeah, if everyone's got signed in, then join the chat. Keep me company. Nearly 2 hours I've been streaming now. And it works so much better on PlayStation. I keep saying to you guys, but I'm saying this to the new ones. I've tried it on PC before, and for some reason OBS just doesn't like my computer. So, console only for future live streams. Just tag Tim in it, call me. But bear in mind, if you choose to, it's up to you if you. It's up to him first if he wants to take part.
Sonic!
But yeah, me or Tailed or the two of us, if you think you need more manpower, could moderate it. But see, the thing is, you're quite a soft-spoken guy, Connie, so I could not imagine you getting all, like, worked up. But I kinda could with him. But I've never heard him verbally get, like, combative before. I had a one-on-one stream with him, and that was just basically a laid-back one. And I think there was a more serious one I went on with him. I think it was the first time I've ever been on a live stream was when Tails put me on. I think with Goodfellow and Scottish Individual, and Individual was quite passionate in that one. Connie does want to debate with him. Tails confirmed that to me, but if you would like to ask him Scottish Individual, then that would be great. Calls for independence. independence as long as it undermines UK imperialism. UK imperialism is over though. Scottish independence cannot undermine UK imperialism that ended with the Empire. Saying that UK is an imperialist would be like saying that, okay, I don't know, Robotnik's minions are imperialists as well because they're doing the bidding of Robotnik. The topic be... See, the topic was... what was the topic, Connie? It would just be a way of them being able to hopefully have out their discussion with them. Because we had that major disagreement that led to Connie being blocked. So they would be able to just have that in a more civilised way. Okay. Also, to you guys in the chat, you just want to let me know if you would be into these sort of streams more often. Me talking to you guys while playing games. Don't think you watch it because you disagree with you. Nah, there was more to it than just a disagreement, but there was like a spat involved. Something about James VI. Oh yeah, Tails, did you have a lot of snow where you were today? I saw a lot of snow today. I was in that gorgeous town Cowden Beef earlier and the snow actually made it look half decent. Fuck you, I'm just cheating. But I still don't remember it. I did, if you can hear me, Tails, if you're still here, remember that debate that individual had with Reckies and Claw. I was thinking maybe have them on a live stream at some point. I just did not have care at the time to respond. Too late in my personal to sell. Oh, unlucky. Chowder, you just said me too. Do you know how triggering that is? But they had fought each other for a while. I think it was over the weekend where they had a debate. And I was tagged in it, and I thought you were tagged in it as well, Tails, but I might be wrong. I've got a wee bit of snow here, legs. And don't know where you live, Tails. I kind of have a hunch based on a tweet I saw with you once related to football, but I won't say it here. And by the way, I'm not from Cowden Beef, I was just there today. Like, I'll have to go tomorrow as well. Absolute toilet if I did. But they get good snowfall, so every cloud has a silver lining and all that shit. You might have been tagged in it, yeah. Half these fights I get tagged in, I just really don't care about that much. They do a different level. My condolences on Cowden Beef, I think. know where you live too, but it's nice of us not to dots one another. Yeah, that's right. Well, I'm currently not living at my normal place. I'm staying at my sister's house because her son is gravely ill right now, although he is recovering. So I'm staying watching her dog for her, and because my house is a shithole. But yeah, Charlie, my nephew, was at Disney World. It was nice to see his wee face, happy. To get up early for work tomorrow, yep. That's fine. There's no obligation to stay. As soon as I'm basically just going to stream till everyone decides that's enough, so that's fair. And thank you, Tails, for those kind words. Yeah, wee Charlie, that a lot of things about my outlook on life has changed quite a bit. I'm very nihilistic leading up to that. And now I have been, because of how well he's recovering as well, but because of what he and that sister brother are going through, I've really had some, what you could call renewed resolve. Which I desperately needed for a while. But yeah, the Charlie Wiley is going to be fine. He's registered for school. Starts in August. .101 comments, the first 100 were like all Chow the Ranger. I used to be a nihilist. Really? Stream or something on Burns night? I'm up for it, but I'm not really a poet guy, so I don't know, I'd have to do a lot of homework before coming on that sort of stream. But yeah, if you'll have me on, definitely, I'll go for it. As long as I'm not busy, I don't know if I have any plans that night. Scottish individual government, Scottish history and learning. See, of all the people in this little, what you could call Scottish circle that we've got, I probably know the least about Scotland, Scottish history and politics. I remember being, I think it was your birthday stream, Tail, with Irate Bear, and he said I sound more Scottish than he does. But I also remember an ex-girlfriend telling me that I don't sound Scottish at all. So I must have been like the poshest guy she ever had. So any other neutral viewers that came here because of the Knuckles thumbnail that I'm playing as Sonic, I'll go back to Knuckles in a minute. This is supposed to be Knuckles only because of, you know, the whole storm over the meme. Ugandan Knuckles. A lot of pompous, miserable gits thought it was racist. Yeah, I'm reading your post. Well, there isn't really. I mean, nihilism is not very good. But yeah, it just took in. Like, I used to be the sort of guy that would get in a state over stupid things. And I remember Stevie, you know, Charlie's dad, actually saying to me, you get in a state over these things, what would happen if something major happened? Well, something major has happened. And I'm kind of in a better frame of mind, but only because I realised how stupid I was doing it really woke me up. Apparently I'm a fake Scot. Is that according to one of your is it that Gutenberg or whatever his name is that said that? Just a wild guess. it's always good to get some perspective. Being able to put things into perspective, in my opinion, is a skill more than just a way of seeing things. Anything. The Highlands are basically England. Communist in Space 2018. That has been immortalised. Oh, of all the places in the UK, not just Scotland, the UK, Inverness speak the Queen's English the best. Or at least they did until they started getting immigrants from the other parts of Scotland. So Inverness will not be posh anymore. Shetland is basically Norway, so yeah, there's a lot of Norwegian history. Me and Chowdhull have a mutual friend who's right into Norwegian stuff. He speaks a bit of his tongue. Damn Scots, yeah. Damn Scots are doing Scotland. Scots, 3 echoes on each side. The trouble with Scotland is it's full of Scots. That king was so woke. I can't remember which king it was, so that just shows you how poor my history is in some things. Like, I'd love to tell you more about the Byzantine Empire than I could about the British monarchs. Selective history. Edward the First of Braveheart, not sure what historical accurate it is. I keep losing all my brain. Keep getting flamed. Yeah. I remember I was still in my Scottish nationalist phase when I first saw Braveheart. Well, it's the only time I've seen Braveheart actually. Oh, I'm in a bonus level. But yeah, I had such a spike in hatred towards English after watching that. I just wanted to storm the south and start sacking their cities. That was the effect of movies on me back then. Well, nowadays, compared to 10 years ago, I was writing to like Scottish nationalism 10 years ago. But yeah, I'm basically a Jockey's Uncle Tom now. Tail, notice how these blue spheres are turning red. I'm red pilling them. How old was I when Braveheart came out? What year did Braveheart come out? I don't know off the top of my head. The 90s, was it? Oof, close. 95. I would have been 4 years old then. I'm 27 now. He's half my age. And don't worry, that will not do anything towards doxing. 1996. Got it wrong here. You didn't even know what year Braveheart is. You know what that makes you? And me as well, for that matter. We're both fake Scots. Just a wee bit. I miss those days. Oh shit, I collected a red pill. I'm fucked. If I'm gaming and chatting at the same time, I always make mistakes. Like I usually never. Turning 21 on the 28th. I'll get you a present, but you're not a fan of capitalism, so I'm kind of got my hands tied there, mate. Might go to Russia and steal someone's turnips. That'll be a good penny, a Russian turnip. Kevin Bridges says England is just Edinburgh with a few tartan shops. That's actually true. Edinburgh was the place I was born, so I'm an Edinburgh guy. I left when I was 19. But yeah, when I go back, there's so many like English voices, and it's definitely your. I'm being judgmental when I say this, but they're just come across as the Corbynista types. They come up for their free education in Scotland. Get him a new sickle. Yeah. I'll have to hand make it though. Austerity and all that shit. Oh, I can't go supersonic, so I'm probably going to get my ass kicked. You're going to see me actually have to work hard at a boss fight now. It's university town, that certainly is now. That said, without being biased, I actually think Edinburgh, from all the cities that I know, is the prettiest city. You don't get free education in Scotland if you're English, unless you've lived here for 3 years. I didn't know that, I assumed that they all came here for that, but is it cheaper then? Or is it just the new lifestyle? What if you're English but have Scottish heritage, like a Scottish mother or something? Is that good? Glasgow is Scotland, what's and all. No, Glasgow's basically Northern Ireland, dude. God, I did so well in this boss level without supersonic. Warts and all. Probably referring to all the STDs that are ramped right in Glasgow. I've got a new name for cow and beef. Little Glasgow. I'm putting like I think I'll stop misleading with the stream title and go back to Knuckles gameplay. How are you guys, 4Gs? Want to stay on a bit longer, or are you done? It's basically just down to you. And Chowder, do you want me to take the stream down after, because you know what happened earlier? Chowder and Beef was known as Little Moscow back in the day. I can't remember if it was there or Ligeri had the first. That first had the UK's first and only communist party. Communist wants me to stay on. Well, that's fine. I might start charging a fee for communists though. Let's get Ugandan Knuckles back. Show me the way! Press the button, use me as your controller, and show me the way! That's cool. I don't think the CIA is interested in Sonic Mania. You never know. Apparently there was a lot of ISIS recruitment going on PlayStation Network. So they could be snooping for all we know. Dr. Ezekiel, do you know Dayway? I have no idea what you're talking about, mate. Sorry. I refuse to partake in that meme. I take part in all the memes if they're good, and Ugandan Knuckles is good. Anything that offends a bloody blue tick journalist is good enough for me. Amen, brother. Oh, I just got attacked again. But you don't get sliced by those things, brother. Quite like the music in this game, especially this track. It sounds very Autist-like. It's a shit meme. It's a shit. See the way that that your message came up on the PlayStation tail? It actually said it's a shit meme. That was really funny. Didn't know what I was talking about whilst partaking in the meme itself. Oh, wow. You seem to know more about the meme than I do, Tails, even though you think it's shit. Oh shit, you can't kill them. They're basically robotic jihadis, those enemies. They just self-destruct and you can't hurt them. Truth. So guys, tell me, on a scale of 1 to autistic, what would you say this music's like? Oh yeah. Yeah, you're actually quite you're into your music, Tails, you're a musician, so you'd be the best qualified to give your Simon Cowell-esque verdict on it. The soundtracks to the Sonic games are actually pretty good. But this level, it's a remake of a level where there's a bunch of Japanese guys that done the soundtrack and it was mental. Right, I don't see any red pill targets anyway. Oh, there's a couple. I'm pausing it so I can read your comment. Wanted to mention earlier, if little faults shall not be winked at, how shall we stretch our own eye when capital crimes chewed aloud? Okay. That looks unfinished. But I'm getting a bit tired now, so my perception's a bit down, guys. That's why I'm making a poor job of understanding that. So for my next live stream, I'm thinking about doing Assassin's Creed We Were Kinds, but I'm only going to do a few side missions and a few combat, because I don't really like chatting when I'm doing story-oriented games. What do you guys think? Would you like to see ancient Egypt? That's a good point. Comment mentioned earlier about how loud this was, and compared to when I'm playing other games on the PlayStation, I could play another game at a reasonable volume, and then I can boot up Sonic, and it's really loud, so there's a lot of sound gain on it. The first final boss in Sonic history remastered. That cannot be touched. Don't know if I keep streaming long enough, I might complete this tonight. Oh, missed it. Does this boss have the glitch on Sonic 1? You'd hit him when he exploded, the boss would start again, never finish. I don't know, I've never came across that glitch before. When I first had these Sonic games, I had it on Sega Saturn. It was like a compilation of all the Mega Drive games. Did you play it on Mega Drive, Tails? Maybe it was a Mega Drive problem. Chowder, brother. You show me the way to the shekels. I can't get in. It's okay, I found the way. So yeah, basically from now on I'm just going to call him Absolutely Fucking Dead. Got a Mega Drive in 1994. Yeah, maybe it was a Mega Drive thing then, because they would have ironed out a lot of bugs from the copy I had. I remember seeing your tweet recently, Tails, about how you had motion sickness after playing a game. Maybe motion blur was turned right up. What game was it you were playing, Tails? One comment was a quote from Henry V. Alright. That's good. Doom was really good. Really liked it. But I think there might be motion blur settings, like if some games have it set on by default and it does have a horrible effect. It's like a motion blur. So yeah, I always turn motion blur down. Newest one, not Hell on Earth or anything. Yeah, I've played the newest one as well. I've got it, I need to complete it. Actually, I might do that as my next live stream, you know, just chat to the audience game. Because there's not really much of a story to that, you just shoot demons and just tear shit up basically. Yeah, I was just checking the routes, guys. So like my Twitter video, would that be the one about, oh shit, about individual? No. For any of you guys that remember South Park, communist base is basically like Pip. He's the guy that just gets ripped on all the time. Make mention that the motorway actually make a mountain. And an imaginary mountain, definitely. thing you have to remember, Tails, is communist in space, he's coming to terms with the fact that he's a future conservative. I saw his future through the Force. He's going to be like Paul Joseph Watson. I'm not joking, that's your future. I know what your first red pill video is going to be, Commie. It's going to be called The Truth About Communism. Don't know about motion blur or anything. Yeah, it's like something that if you play games more often, as I do, then yeah. Most commies become liberal afterwards, yeah. What sort of liberal would you say you'd become? Classic liberal, progressive liberal, which is basically false liberalism, or Sargonist liberalism. Oh shit, what have we got here? Oh yeah, I remember this boss now. Yeah, it's just like one of those little machines that you get in the supermarket where the kids can get their little treats. I think I might get an achievement if I do it a certain way. Like simplify it. And I'm dead. Chibi version of Sonic bosses. Come on. Let me get them all out. Oh, overly attached girlfriend doll, that's what that little pink thing is. But she's actually, she's like, she's more like a sort of, you could call her like love jihad. Oh shit, she's a suicide bomber. Oh, dead. I think Soviet Union is a good example of socialism. Soviet Union is a good example of how to run a tyrannical regime, dude. I'm going to play this a bit more seriously now. Oh shit. See, she started cuddling me, that little overly attached girlfriend, and she just basically half-barred me. No rhymes. You're right, Tails, but there's I think there's an achievement if you take them all out and survive. Achievements are little things you get rewarded in games nowadays. Alright, what's going on here? Oh, there we go. Hey, I got the achievement. Oh shit, but I'm dead. Just chowed out with these little puns again. I like it. Looks like an Amy Rose doll. That is an Amy Rose doll. I just didn't want anyone to think that I knew what it was because it would come across as a Sonic autist, which I actually was when I was a kid. Go on. Get those things. Yeah, I'm going to follow the advice of Tail Feature, who's a non-gamer, and just take one out at a time. I'm not Tails Feature, but I can answer that question, communist. Your video was shit. Fuck achievements. Nah, I like getting achievements. I'm basically a mid-core gamer, so I like getting achievements. I say mid-core because it doesn't consume my life in the way it does hardcore games. Right, so what's going on here? Elaborate. Your video was very, very poor. Is that better for you? I haven't seen it, but I know it's poor. Hours and 22 minutes I've been streaming for, and it's only because of you guys staying in the chat, so thank you. It's been quite fun actually broadcasting to an audience that I've been able to retain. But yeah, I think it's settled. I might do a wee Twitter poll to decide whether I should play Assassin's Creed Origins or Doom for my next live stream. You made it, Commie, that's what's wrong with it. Nail on the head. Let's get some more red pills. Or blue pills, should I say. Oh, this level, I remember it. This level's like the easiest but the hardest at the same time. Easy to pass it, but hardest to pass it with a gold medal. Elaborate further, fuckbag. Okay, your video was very poor because it was made by a man called Communist in Space. Or a boy called Communist in Space. Lost a viewer. Is that you, Communist in Space? Because you went up in a hunt. Let's get our fourth viewer back. I vote Kang's Creed. It's a game that you should play, but I probably won't do any story-based missions. Might just do a couple of side quests and just run around killing shit. So that's one vote for Kang's Creed. What about you guys? Should I play Assassin's Creed We Was Kangs, or should I play some Doom 2016? I think I've got a friend that's watching but not in the chat, so I might ask him what he thinks as well. Tails Feature goes for Doom, that's fine. Now Communist, it's your turn to vote. But remember, you're a communist, so your vote's only worth half a vote. So I can see it without puking. Alright. You want me to puke instead for you, Tails? I've lost my bubble shield. Not gonna be another boost fears level. Shit, oh, that was so close. Puke for me. Vote for what? Basically, the next time I do one of these live streams, I'm going to either play Assassin's Creed Origins or Doom. And it's currently 1-1. So this vote will put one in the lead. And I might ask a couple more who might watch. So what will it be? We was Kangs or Doom Gang? Jesus, look at his face when he's in that thing. Doom, I guess. Yep, that's it. Doom's in the lead. So that's 1.5 votes for Doom and 1 for Rewood's Kangs. I thought I was going to hit that spike then. Yeah, but you're getting an Xbox One X, Chowder, so, and you've got a 4K TV, so just buy Kangs when you have the money for that. Get that shit bracelet, it's actually one of the best Assassin's Creed games ever. The way you answer that is if you're in a huff, but honestly you're going to get to play it rather than watch it, that's cool. So I'm looking forward to when you get your Xbox One X so I can buy your One S off you, and I'll be able to play some games on that. I'll be able to play with Scottish Individual. There's nothing much to it, man. Nice. We'll need to arrange a meet up so I can get the other one off you. But I'm so happy that it's an Xbox One S because the One S is a white model. I love white. What am I drinking? Got water. I'm drinking water. The last sip. But I might have a beer the next stream though. I've started drinking again now that I've completed my sober year. I sound like a recovering alcoholic, but I've never been a drinker that much, to be honest. Soul juice. That's a good one, guys. Soul juice. Tap water. Although, I do not drink the tap water at my own house because it's actually gassy and cloudy all the time. So I just like to drink bottled water, honestly. I don't like the fact that it's cloudy water. I need to ask Alex Jones if that water turns the Fox game. Want to meet up with the People's Republic of Glasgow? I don't know. It depends on who's going, how many are going, and if Chowder would be willing to drive me there and if we can get the day off to do it. Last time I was in Glasgow was to go to Celtic Park. Took him, my nephew, he was 12 at the time when we went to a game last season. It was the first time he'd been since he was a little boy and he felt really uncomfortable with all the Glasgow Neds about him. You could just tell. I am Tailed. I heard that you were at Dank's trial. Did you meet Waller and Sala? Yeah, me and Chowder, yeah, we know each other IRL, introduced through a friend. Don't need to take it up with your parents. I'll come and meet you for it though. Get a wee day out of it as well. You can go and have a capitalist Starbucks. Did you? Is she as sexy in person? Did you ask her why she doesn't have any kids? Did you tell her that not having kids by she's 21 basically white genocide? How the fuck did that happen? See, I'm in an endless circle. And I'm dead. Probably needed that, to be honest. That was part 2. Can't really get up here. We spoke to her about Kilroy. Are you still going to Kilroy, Tailed? I remember seeing your name on the thing in the video. Are you still up for it, or are you packed it in as well? Oh shit. They're going to America already. Where are you going, Connie? California? That's the only place you would go, eh? There's an outside chance I might go over to visit my sister and wee Charlie Wiley while they're over in America. That's only if they want me to go. But yeah, you're going to California, dude. Yeah, meant to be fundraising the bank and it's not going. There's so many people have pulled out, it just seems to have gone to shit. But yeah, I saw something pretty shifty about Base Mama. It was Mr. Metacore. I don't know if you guys are into him. I've still not decided if I'm a fan yet, because I've not seen enough of his stuff, but he kind of exposed her as saying, she said social justice needs to go back to what it was meant to be. What I would do though, I don't know if Sargon is going to bring his, his live meetups to Scotland. I hope he does. If he was to go to Edinburgh at some point, I'd definitely be looking for a ticket to that. Oh, I'm going to exit this level, I just cannot be bothered. Do something a bit easier.
Sonic!
Metacore is a drama hole. One good videos. occasionally, but some cringy. He said they were pretty cringy in that stream the other day with Sargon.
Fucked.
Restart. America Junior. Canada, as we were going Dumbo. Well, technically it's America, yeah. Oh, that's worse than Comic Con. It's starting to all come together now, Comic. Canada will be right up your street. If you need to go, Chowder, you don't need to stay. You've probably got that feeling that you're missing out, which I understand. When you go to Canada and come over, you give Justin Trudeau a big sloppy kiss for me. You tell him it was a haram kiss as well. Is the English remake of Sweden. Sweden is not even the worst country anymore. I actually think Germany's taking the mantle now, after seeing Paul Joseph Watson's last video. This week in Stupid Live during the festival, that would be so awesome, but it's a very sort of millennial lefty culture there nowadays. So just definitely go for it, like I'd be up for that.
Go!
47 seconds is my record. I'm going to try and beat my record on this. Oh shit. I'm going to keep resetting it because there's a certain route you have to take to get fast on this one. I mean, not at the festival, but yeah, during August. Yeah, that would be not a bad idea. Also give anyone that likes Sargon, who's coming from further afield, a chance to see him as well. Gotta Go Fast is my favourite Sonic. Germany's putting close. Nah, Germany's worse. Watch Paul Joseph Watson's video. Love him or hate him, he actually does expose a horrible truth about Germany. That's why I sent you that picture in the Telegram chat earlier, calling Germany a eunuch state. It is, it's one big giant eunuch. Germany is a good example of the matriarchy before the fall. Canada's doing well economically just now. Getting a record. Thought the Canadian dollar was a meme at this point. That's true. The Canadians get ass raped by inflation more than any other country in the English-speaking world, as far as I know. Or maybe it's fake news. Goal! How's it fare compared to the Smackdown? Oh shit. Oh, Chowder, you've not seen the Smackaroonie meme, it's actually quite funny. Basically, Alex Salmon's head on a banknote. Decided what level I'm doing next. I'm going back to Qatar Ocean. Give us some ISIS friendly music. See, when a couple of years ago when my nephew first heard an ISIS song through his mates, he said that he was trying to explain what it was to me and he described it as Indian music. He just didn't know any better. Chowder does indeed use Twitter. I think he's also connected with Blue Planet. I don't know if you spoke to him recently. Oil Ocean. This is basically like Saudi Arabia, but oil consumed the time. Allah Akbar, Allah, Salam, Allah Akbar. This just sounds very, very Arabic. Blue occasionally replies. A good chat with him. Is that a Discord chat? Oh, let me check the time. I'll probably give it another 20 minutes max and then I'm going to head off. I'm up early in the morning, I'm going to have a shower before I go to bed. Next crowd patron. Alright. So sad about the whole crowd situation. I'm just so annoyed with him. He was one of my favourite YouTubers. Like, he was one of the few that I was like, ready for when he put out that video. Seeing him spurge out the way he has, it's been quite sad. And what makes it worse is every game like any of the people he was going after. Like, Rage After the Storm, Coach Red Pill and all that. Although I do think Coach Red Pill can't be excused because she's so young and she has time to change her views for the better. Allah Akbar, Islam Akbar, Allah Akbar. Oh, it's a shame. I actually downloaded one of Kraut's best videos in anticipation that it might have been taken down by the YouTube police. I still got it. But I'm not going to upload it.
New record!
This is a nice level. It's basically a newspaper factory. Press garden zone. They should call it fake news zone. Propaganda centre. Excuse me. I didn't know Progressive Dad followed you. Now, he's quite a big account, but I think it was right at the start, like before he became big. I think he had less followers than I did, actually, funnily enough. I had quite a few decent, like, well known. I've got Irate Bears Misses is following me, and Gregory Allen Elliott used to follow me before he got vaporised. Blair White follows me back as part of a promise that she'd follow the first 100 to retweet, so I thought, oh, why not? See my monopoly on Twitter. I thought the whole idea was to stop monopolising Mr. Common. Baron, that's quite a good claim to fame. I like Baron. Although I haven't watched him as much as like I did like when he first came on the scene, but I did watch his Natalie Portman video. It just does my head in. I need to make a meme about that. I need to get Anakin force choking Padme. Tell him to shut the fuck up. But yeah, here's the all-male nominee. Fuck off. Who cares if they're all male? If women want to get nominated for these things, then they're getting good. They've already ruined Star Wars as it is. 60 followers. I remember in Jail then, I was your 100th subscriber, but that was with my old channel. So I had to resubscribe you with my active channel. So I must be like your 1194. 9994. That must be my current channel.
Go!
I'll probably end up vaporising my other channel. No, but I swear, you were on 99 subs when I first subscribed to you. I'm not lying.
New record!
That was back when I had my profile picture in the ScotRail train. You'll remember that deal. Alright, no problem, Phil. 9994. Did I like The Last Jedi? No, I hated it. It was the worst Star Wars. and I went in thinking it was going to be better than Force Awakens at least. Force Awakens, as much as I dislike it, still had a few redeeming qualities. This one did not. I actually watched the Phantom Menace as an antidote to seeing it for the second time at the pictures. Not joking. Honestly, Jar Jar Binks was like medicine compared to watching like Rose, watching Miss Mary Sue. And she is a Mary Sue. I know people are thinking, oh, you just didn't include the women. No, she is. There is lots of female characters who are really good, who are powerful, who are not Mary Sue, but she is. Mary Sue, yeah. Fair enough. I thought of that one as well, Bruddah. But yeah. How it told its audience. Yeah, it's trying like so hard to be different after the last one. Haven't seen Star Wars Team Traveling the Chocolate Factory. See, to be honest with you, it was 2015. I was 24 years old when I first watched the Star Wars movie in full. The prequels are still the worst by a landslide. No, they are not. The prequels are night and day far superior to the sequels. In fact, Revenge of the Sith is my favourite Star Wars of all time. Best story, it's dark. It's got so many memes to come out of that one film. Full of prequel memes. But like 3/4 of prequel memes are like all from Revenge of the Sith. And the characters were good. But I think the prequels were great despite their flaws. Despite Jar Jar and despite Child Anakin, who I think it's unfair to go too hard on. Qui-Gon Jinn and all that made it better. And I even feel, like another problem I had was what they did with Finn's character as well. They basically just turned him into a white male in a black man's body. This diversity hire is basically putting them in his place. The only Disney Star Wars I've liked so far is Rogue One, and some of the main cast aren't even that great, but it's a really good story. Are you an enemy angel? Oh, did you? Oh, you're quick to go to the Phantom Menace. You've not seen the latest one. What they've done in, I know you're not a Star Wars fan, Dale, but they've basically been purging the classic white males of the original Star Wars. First they killed off I don't know if I should spoil it for you, but I don't think you're into it. Let me know if you want to hear spoilers or not. If you don't give a fuck, then I'll just tell you. Introducing dialogue. Boring characters. The prequel did not have boring characters. Prequel had some of the best characters. New Star Wars is white genocide, basically.
New record!
Don't give a fuck. Yeah. Well, yeah, they killed off Han Solo, my favourite Star Wars character in the last film. And they killed off Luke Skywalker in this one. So, basically, there's no interest in the next episode. Yeah, the Phantom Menace is good. Ugly visuals, no, it's gorgeous. Overuse of CGI, I don't mind that, to be honest. In fact, George Lucas was frustrated that CGI technology was pretty low during the originals. But yeah, like, Coruscant is one of my favourite planets, and that's basically all CGI. It makes it feel more futuristic and more sci-fi. The sequels make it feel more medieval-like, apart from the space. Oh, and then the Resistance tale in the sequels it's always led by females, either Princess General Leia or Vice Admiral Gender Studies, the purple-haired feminists. And all the white males left are basically, it's the villains, the First Order. all of them are white men. Space Nazis, basically. Okay, describe one character out of prequels in terms of personality. Okay. Chief Palpatine, manipulating, really funny, really cunning. Anakin, yes, I'm going to defend Hayden's Anakin. Well, not episode 2, he was pretty poor in episode 2. But in Revenge of the Sith, he actually made up for his poor performance. Jar Jar Binks has a lot of personality, he was dumb as fuck. And he was very jovial as well. I think of Philip Schofield by the time he looked like Sadiq Khan. He totally would. What we should do is we should give Philip. What we should do is give him a massive fake tan, make it permanent. Take out Sadiq and then just install him as the new mayor. And no one will notice. I just realised I've been doing this level on loop.
Knuckles!
Back to Uganda Man for the last level. And this will be the last level. Green Hill. Okay, so Chowder, I'll ask one more time. Because of the little error earlier on, do you want me to take the stream down? Or is it okay to leave it up? Don't worry about that, that's fine. The last thing I want to do is dox you, dude. Even if it's only like 1% doxing, it's still pretty something I don't want to be responsible for. I absolutely cannot abide people who dox. Or at least they do it deliberately. Oh, spike.
New record!
Oh, actually that worked in my favour. I used to think that was just sheer autism, the way that he would go, go! New record! But it's actually an Easter egg to an old racing game. So, yeah, that kind of clears that up.
New record!
Right, this is definitely the last level and then I'm going to have to bail, guys. UK. That would basically just make him the British Obama, then. Or 53. To be honest, I don't know anything about whether Obama was born in Kenya or not. Not really fussed. Wasn't Donald Trump born in Scotland? Did his mother migrate to New York by then? And also, would Donald Trump be allowed to vote in the Scottish elections? That's an interesting one. Wow. Just looking to sleep down tonight. Trump was born in Queens, New York. Yeah, I know it's almost in the Western Islands. Quite beautiful up there. Have you been there before to the Western Islands? I am more triggered that you like the Star Wars prequels than you're anti-communist. Dude, I love the Star Wars prequels with such an anti-communist passion. But the prequels are good, I don't care what anyone says. I'm not... Okay, there's a little bit of a contrarianness to it, but I still enjoy them, genuinely. It's still true, it's still proper Star Wars, unlike the shit that Disney are giving it now. And now with like a movie out every year, they're basically turning it into the Call of Duty of movies.
New record!
Obama birthday thing is one of those conspiracy theories of the death stuff like. So I'm not really fussed, he's not in the office anymore anyway, so... Yeah. Anyway, gentlemen, I'm going to call it a night there. Thank you all for tuning in, it's been fun, and it's been great to have like 4 people consistently stay on for ages, instead of it just going up to like 2 and then dropping back to 0. So yeah, I'll do this again at some point, perhaps over the weekend. Might get a beer, might play some Doom, it looks like that's what's winning. So again, thank you for coming in, and good night.